please help me welcome to the stage Alexander Mitrovich, and he's going to discuss the path towards mass adoption in NFT gaming is freemium, free game. So please help me welcome Alexander. Welcome.
Hi, everyone. Oh, wow. It's almost 4 p.m. on the third day of the conference, and there's a lot of people still here. Usually, you know, everybody's very tired of parties by this time. Okay, so I won't bother you for long. I have a small or big gift at the end of it for all of you. But I want to talk just briefly about things that we see. We are Unique Network, the NFT parachain Polkadot, which is, in my view, 6 years of experience in developing blockchain stuff and about 20-something years of developing all kinds of software, the next generation of blockchain, and Unique was built to be the next generation NFT blockchain. So we're here to talk about gaming, and gaming in blockchain today is still kind of not too far out where it was. People started talking about gaming and blockchain ever since Counterparty and colored coins and kind of imagining things, but we're still not kind of getting too far out. We do have play to earn and phenomenon, but do any of you know really good games that are on blockchain? I know one or two, but that's it. You know, not really yet there. We're still in the very early days. And what we are working hard on is to remove the obstacles that stand in the way of the mass adoption of gaming in blockchain. We extensively kind of looked at different things that are giving it, that are obstacles, that are creating obstacles, and we found three big things. One is the builders. So, guy before the Polygon guys was talking about how hard it is to build good games, and especially in the blockchain space, how hard it is. And indeed it is. And one of the biggest things that that is a problem there is the fact that there are tens of thousands of blockchain developers in the world, and they do all kinds of different things, and there are millions of developers in the world. And it's very hard to onboard regular developers, game developers, web developers, and so on onto a blockchain. Blockchain is a database, let's be frank, and learning it and learning how to work with it is actually pretty damn hard, because every mistake costs a lot of money. You cannot have bugs. So the way to really expand the gaming space is to create massive number of tools that enable regular developers, be it game developers or kind of Unity or any other platform, to work with the blockchain as if it's a database with not too much of the strange stuff we have to tell them, explain to them, and concepts that they have to work on. So that's the first thing. That's one of the things we're working on very heavily, and kind of having SDKs and APIs and all kind of good stuff. We started seeing that a while back with Unity SDKs by Engine, but we're seeing more and more of that, and we are heavily contributing to that idea. The second problem is once you have people who know how to work with it, what they can do with it. The functionality of blockchain stuff you can use today is basically my very arrogant way to say it is you can make a file, mint a file, and sell the file, and then resell the file. That's about what everybody's focused on, okay? So at Unique, we're working on enabling NFTs to do many, many more things. So far, they can do, we do native minting, where you can mint thousands of them a block. We're doing native fractionalization, where you can fractionalize them immediately and kind of use those fractions for all kinds of things. We're doing scheduling, which you cannot do in EVMs, by the way, which allows you things like subscription or egg hatching or any number of things that in games you need to be correct on timing. We enable nesting that you can use for NFTs to own other NFTs or own other fungible tokens or refungible tokens, et cetera, so a very powerful tool for metaverses and so on. And we natively enable sponsoring of transaction fees, which is the most important thing I'm going to talk about today. So the final hurdle that I see is that we see is the users, end users. Okay, crypto games appeal to crypto people and not to the mass audiences dealing with. Well, we all know about this. So the way we deal with it, we take what Flow has really championed well with NBA Top Shots and are trying to hide blockchain under the hood. The main thing there is kind of identity and transaction fees because, let's face it, 90-something% of the gaming industry is freemium. Everybody kind of plays the game by trying it, feeling it good, and then getting hooked on it. So that is almost impossible on blockchain unless you remove that friction of the transaction fees and kind of hide it under the hood. You cannot remove it because technically that's what blockchains rely on to prevent spam and many other things that blockchain is not a big database. What you're doing with that effect is basically you cut off the main business model of whole gaming industry. So what we're doing with that is we are natively allowing native sponsoring of transaction fees. So each game can actually very easily tailor what users are paying for, what they're not. There are other examples of that, prepaying gas stations and so on. But that is the direction that will enable people to at least try to do things with it, because never mind what people say, the cost of transaction fees on Ethereum is kind of just the beginning. The actually having to have crypto is much bigger hurdle, so we're trying to address that. So those are kind of the main things we see as the obstacles and way to deal with them to the mass adoption of gaming. As a demonstration of the freemium model that we are championing, actually, in my view, play to earn is an economic model that goes a little bit beyond freemium model. It's kind of next evolution. But as an example of that, we are giving away a fraction of original CryptoPunk. So if any of you want to own a fraction of CryptoPunk, you can head to our website, register there, get the fraction. We bought one. We are bringing it over to our chain. We're fractionalizing it into 100,000 pieces and giving them away to our community. So help yourselves to it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Alexander. I definitely want a piece of a CryptoPunk. Definitely a great PFP to have, if I may say so myself.